All right. Hello, everyone. How's it going? It's time for a Watch with Nordic live stream. It's like the fourth night or the second night in a row, the third night this week that we are doing live streams here. We got the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Islanders here for this exciting matchup. I'm pumped. This is a big game for the Eastern Conference wildcard race for both teams, I would say. The Islanders have kind of kickstarted their comeback back into the standings. They are 3 points back of the Canadiens. If they win tonight, they will be 1 point below the playoff line, which is crazy considering the fact that a couple days ago we thought they were out of it. But a couple of back-to-back wins against Pittsburgh, and I think the other one was Florida, have really put them back in the race. As for Montreal, they are in just such a good spot right now. They have the highest amount of draft picks heading into the 2025 draft. They didn't really need to make the playoffs this year. It wasn't really an expectation. Some people said they should make it, but the expectation was not really. But overall, it's been a really good season from the Canadiens, a huge upgrade of a year, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this game's going to turn into because it's a battle for that second wildcard spot. And I think that between these two teams, it's very exciting. It is very, very, very exciting. So let's see what the future has in store for this one. A little bit of a game preview coming up momentarily. But first off, hope everyone's doing good and having a good day so far. And we'll get ready to kick off this very, very soon. Okay. Just looking at my sheet here. Gonna make sure everything is correct. Two and 0. Kraken 1-2-1. This is the second time we've streamed the Canadiens this season. First time since December against Buffalo. Second time we streamed the Islanders. First time since January against Philadelphia. All right, we are ready to go. It's just a matter of will the broadcast get started here so we can get going with the preview. I'm wondering which what network should I watch? Should I watch the Islanders or the Canadiens version? I'm gonna go with Canadiens. Why not? Let's go with Montreal's version of it. All right, yeah, they'll do a little. It's TSN, so. Frankie Corrado. All right. Third is the word. Yeah, a couple storylines heading into the night. Lane Hutson, probably the top rookie for the Calder Trophy, leading rookies in points. On the other end as well, you also have the other rookie, Maxim Tisplikov, who definitely is not leading offensive players in points, but is a guy who has been suspended a couple of times this season. And again, we talked about the Eastern Conference standings already. Yeah, not a whole lot of other things that are really different. Everything else is pretty much the same. We'll be ready to get started here in a couple of minutes, I'm sure. You're going to have the usual delayed by like 15 minutes because that's how it always works. So, yeah, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be too, yeah. Just watching the preview. I think you guys can hear it as well. They're showing off the game against Ottawa, which was a very good one at that. A huge one for the Canadiens, by the way. A huge game. Of course, they just wish this girl a happy birthday on the broadcast. All right, still in preview. Everything's good on this end, right? Yeah. Audio seems fine. Yep, audio's good. Oh, Ovechkin scored. Oh, of course he did against the Flyers. 888 career goals. He's 7 away now. Uh-oh, we're getting a lot of expansion news pouring in. Yep, Ovechkin 7 goals away from tying, or 6 goals away from tying, 7 goals away from passing. Oh my god, of course it was the Flyers. I knew he was going to get one tonight. Could have predicted that crap from a mile away as a Flyers fan. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I do want to say, we also have some clinching and elimination scenarios that could go down tonight as well. The Chicago Blackhawks can be eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs if they lose against LA. That doesn't have any impact on this game, but I figured it's worth mentioning. But the Capitals could clinch tonight if the game does go a certain way. So let me pull up the scenarios real quick because I don't remember them off the top of my head. But the Capitals can clinch a playoff berth tonight if one of the 3 things happens. A regulation win versus the Flyers, and the Islanders don't beat Montreal in regulation. Or a win versus Philadelphia for the Caps, and an Islanders loss against Montreal. Or, there's 3 options, 1 point versus the Flyers, a New York regulation loss, meaning the Islanders, and then the Blue Jackets lose to Florida. So there's 3 instances in where the Capitals can clinch a playoff spot, so it is more likely than not the Washington Capitals will make the playoffs here tonight. Officially clinch a playoff spot. We knew they were going to be in it for a while, but they can officially get into a playoff spot here tonight. So I figured that would be something that we could keep in mind throughout the night. Again, it is a very pivotal game in terms of points. The Canadiens need these points very badly. The Islanders do as well. It's 2 points. Honestly, it's a 4-point game instead of a 2-pointer, to be honest, because not only are you gaining 2 points, but you're also taking away 2 points from a team that is below you. So, lot of stuff on the line here tonight. Still in commercial here, folks, before we get started with the first period. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. We got a good one here tonight. Let's hope for the best. All right, starting goaltenders here tonight. Sam Montembeault is in for Montreal. Started last night against the Senators. Ilya Sorokin is in for the Islanders. Montembeault a .901 save percentage. Sorokin a .907. Live from UBS Arena in Long Island, New York. We're getting ready here for Islanders versus Canadiens. Noah Dobson back in the lineup here tonight in his 12th career game versus Montreal. And the puck is underway. A very pivotal game here in New York. And we're underway. Face-off won by the Canadiens. They'll clear it all the way down and into the Islanders zone. It'll end up being an icing early on against Montreal. Showing off Marty St. Louis, coach of this team. He's been the coach for, I think, 4th season, right? 3rd full season, I'm pretty sure, but the 4th year overall as the head coach. Cizikas now versus Jake Evans. Face-off is won by Evans. Played down low. Jaden Struble will feed a pass up and over for Armia. Slid through and over for Heineman, but he loses it, and the Islanders will get it back into the zone. Fashioning a shot, and that one goes out of play. Showing off Patrick Waugh, former Montreal Canadien, funny enough, in a very pivotal game here tonight. Showing off the key parts to the game. Islanders need to finish their chances. Canadiens need to make everything difficult for the Islanders, so should be pretty simplistic there. I'm not saying anything that's blowing people away. Face off in the Montreal zone, won by the Canadiens. Mike Matheson moving it the other way. Matheson feeds a pass over then down low for Anderson, who had 2 goals the other night. Thrown in front, a shot! And that one goes wide from a Dvorak chance. He also scored on Tuesday night. Islanders have it. Horvat will clear it into the zone. Trying to get to it is Pajot. Stolen back by Lane Hudson, who tries backhanding it around. It's kept in, however, by the Islanders. Behind the net, Duclair throws it in front, and the Canadiens steal it back. Brendan Gallagher back to Anderson. Back to Gallagher, over to Anderson again. Anderson now behind the net. Waits in front, saved by Sorokin, and the Islanders will pick it up. And they'll take it the other way. Noah Dobson chips it into the zone. About 18:40 here left in the first period. Montreal will regroup in their own end. Here's Jaden Struble. Gets it up to Matheson, who will dump it all the way into the Islanders zone. Battling for it down low. It slides to Tony DeAngelo, who will play it around then for Horvat. Horvat chips it through the zone. In for Holmstrom. Holmstrom battling. He's hit there by Carrier. It slides out in front, but the Canadiens pick it up and clear it to center ice. Islanders will end up dumping it right back in. Montembeault takes it behind the net, gives it to Matheson. Canadiens will break it out. Cole Caulfield clears it into the zone. He gets tied up there. Down low, however, is Riley, coming back from heart surgery. A great story there in Long Island this season. He was diagnosed in December, I believe, into the zone. Tisplikov shoots it, and that one deflects into the corner. It's still in the zone, however. Islanders get it. They'll throw it around. Tisplikov back with the puck. Will skate it up towards the point. Circles around. Fires it down low into the corner for Gatcombe, who will regroup with it behind the net, but it's stolen by Montreal. Cleared out of the zone by Arver Xhekaj. Islanders get control, and it ends up being an offside against Montreal. Shots are 1-0 in favor of the Canadiens here so far. Only one opportunity. It was for Christian Dvorak. Apart from that, it's been a lot of, not a whole lot of action. Face-off upcoming here outside of the Canadiens, or the Islanders zone. Fashing versus Evans. And it's won by Evans. Played back to Xhekaj, who dumps it into the Islanders zone. Down low with the puck. Pelech plays it around. It's taken back by Heineman to the front end. Denied there. Islanders get it back. Pelech throws it down low. Behind the net now, Scott Mayfield holding it. He'll look for options. Throws a puck through center ice. It's tipped as it slides into the zone. Taking it in then, skating it around is Pierre Engvall. Pass up to DeAngelo. He can't get a shot off. He'll just throw it around behind the net. Engvall gets it back. Shoots it down low. Fasching battling for it with Xhekaj and Evans. Puck will slide up to the top of the zone. Kept in, however, by the Islanders. And Canadiens intercepted. They'll get it out of their own end. Into the zone. Xhekaj on the rush. To Evans. Back to Heineman. Puck deflects. Canadiens will just dump it down low and get a line change off. As down low with it now is DeAngelo back over to Pelech. And a big hit there from Anderson into the zone. Canadiens get it back. Over to Struble, a shot. And that one deflects into the corner. A big hit there from Josh Anderson on Adam Pelech. Battling down low. Anderson gets it back. Throws it up to the point. Struble, a shot. Blocked in front. And we got a referee's hand in the air. We're going to get a penalty. And it's against Montreal and Sorokin for interference. So that it's not often we see a goalie get a penalty, and it looks like he's going to get one here. Yeah. Oh, never mind. What? Oh, on Sorokin. Never mind. Montreal, Brendan Gallagher on Ilya Sorokin, not for Ilya Sorokin. He gets a penalty, and the Islanders will go to the power play. Let me see this. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one. I don't know. Islanders power play. Their power play has not been that good this season. Face-off won by the Canadiens. They'll take it and clear it all the way down the other way. Evans now into the zone. Jake Evans will just circle it back. The Canadiens will regroup. So it was Brendan Gallagher to the box for goalie interference. I thought I heard that Sorokin got a penalty, but I guess I heard it the wrong way. And the score bug on TSN is absolutely crashing out right now. Islanders moving the puck through the zone. Down low now, Horvat throws it around. Back up to DeAngelo at the point. Tony DeAngelo at the point looking for options. Gives it to Holmstrom. Holmstrom down low. Horvat skates around on the outside. Back to DeAngelo. Back to Horvat quickly. On the right side, he's tied up down low. Islanders still have it, however. Slid down low by Holmstrom. Back to Horvat behind the net. Islanders are struggling to gain control, like in the high danger zone. And the Canadiens will clear that one down the other way. Sorokin will get it and play it back. Over to DeAngelo again. Back then for Riley. Mike Riley moving it through the zone. Looking for options. Duclair back over then for Anders Lee. And it's broken up again by Montreal. Here they come the other way. Matheson down the right side, shorthanded. Mike Matheson battling for it. He'll just throw it down low. And it's broken up there by the Islanders. Pajot. Again, this power play is terrible by the Islanders. Pajot will break it into the zone. Battling now on the left side. Lee will pick up the puck behind the net. Throws it in front. Shot. Save. They score! I thought he made the save initially, but Anthony Duclair on the power play. And it's 1-0 Islanders. I even had the power play thing wrong. I'm so bad today. I'm having a rough day already. Oh, yeesh. I'm having a rough day, folks, already. I thought Montembeault made the save because Duclair had a delayed reaction. But I think he got the shot off and then it slid through him and in. Ah, that's terrible. That's a rough call for Montreal. Not ideal, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anthony Duclair with the first goal. It's 1-0 Islanders. Not ideal. Face-off at center ice, won by Montreal. Struble will pick it up through the zone and dump it in. Caulfield trying to get to it now. Suzuki also trying to play it. Battling forward on the left side still. Puck slides up to the point. Struble to Caulfield. It's broken up. Suzuki tries sliding it around. Caulfield gets it back. Throws it up. Intercepted by Kyle Palmieri. Palmieri through the zone. Tries deking out Struble. He fails to do so, but he'll end up taking it down the other way anyways. Montreal gets it back. Uri Slavkovsky chips it into the zone. Shots are 3-1 in favor of Montreal. The only shot going in for the Islanders is a goal. Hudson controlling it at the zone. Shoots it. That one goes high and wide of the net. And picked up again by Slavkovsky. He'll fire that one, and a save by Sorokin. Rebound in front. And the Islanders will clear that one out of the crease. Hudson down low on the left side. Throws it up to the point. Suzuki shoots it. Blocked as Caulfield tries throwing it up. It's deflected. And down the other way by the New York Islanders. Battle for it down low in the Montreal zone. Xhekaj fighting now with, I think that's Holmstrom, but it's picked up again by the Islanders. Dobson in their own zone. 7 minutes through the first period. Engvall will skate with the puck. Deflects it through and up and into the zone. Stolen back by Montreal. They'll try and break it the other way. Into the zone. New hook, and the Islanders dump it. Xhekaj throws a pass all the way up. It's picked up by Newhook. Stolen back by Dobson. And he'll feed that one all the way up and out of the zone. Alex Newhook into the zone. Circles back around. Tries firing it down low, but Tisplikov will pick it up for New York. Here he'll come the other way. Maxim Tisplikov circles back around. Throws it down low then for New York. It's Kyle McLean with the puck. Battling down low with Savard. He'll pick up the puck and win the battle. Backhand in front. And that one goes down and into the corner. Pulak throws that behind the net. Tisplikov now with it. Battling with Arbor Xhekaj down low. He still has the puck. Passes it up. It's intercepted by Montreal. And they'll just clear it out of their own zone. Islanders get it back. They have been pressuring a lot here early in this first period. Shots are 4-1 in favor of the Canadiens, however, so it's a little bit weird there in that instance. Isles with the puck. It's cleared the other way by Pelech, but stolen back by the Habs. Pelech gets it back again and throws it to the center ice. Taking it into the zone is Lee. Battling for it. Gets a shot on net and a save by Montembeault. D'Angelo a shot, and that one deflects just wide of the net. Anders Lee. Lee down low. Throws it behind the net. Duclair will pick it up again. Tries throwing it up to the point. It's thrown back down low by New York. Behind the net. Pajot to Lee. Lee goes in front. Shot saved by Montembeault. And picked up again by the Canadiens. They'll dump it down the other way. And taken back by Heineman. Heineman battling with Pelech. Pelech wins the battle. Gives it up and over for D'Angelo, who will chip it to Palmieri. It's tied up there by the Habs fourth line. Holmstrom gets it back. A shot! And that one goes wide off of a chance from Horvat. And we get a stoppage of play. Anthony Duclair with the only shot of the game for the New York Islanders. And it's the only one that matters so far. 1-0 New York. Just about halfway through the first period. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's a nice and close one here tonight. At least so far. It's a pretty pivotal game, I must say. Still in commercial here, folks. $888 for Ovi. All right. Face-off coming here now inside of the Montreal zone. It'll be Horvat versus Suzuki. Two number 14s, ironically enough. It's won by the Islanders. Up at the point, a shot. That one is wide. Holmstrom battling for the puck. It's deflected. Stolen back by Matheson. Canadiens will pick it up and dump it down the other way. And that'll be an icing. Or, I'm sorry, a penalty. Oh, a penalty against the Islanders, I'm pretty sure. And against Adam Pelech. Yeah, he's going to the box. Montreal power play. Finally, I get it right this time. Yeah, Adam Pelech to the box for interference. The Canadiens will get to work their power play magic and see if they'll be able to get something going here on the board. Yeah, not the greatest call in the world, but you need a makeup call in the one before that, so take it with a grain of salt. All right, face-off coming here now in the Islanders zone. Montreal's power play here, won by Suzuki. Taken back behind the net by the Islanders and cleared out of the zone. Habs get it right back, though. They're not going to waste any time. Line A gives it over then into the zone for Slavkovsky. Passes it over then for Caulfield. He'll lose the puck. It'll slide up at the point. Islanders get it back. They'll rush the other way. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Horvat into the zone. It passed over to Pajot, but he can't finish the opportunity. And they'll battle down low in the corner. Hudson will pick it up. 1:25 left here on the power play. Hudson will drop it back then for Suzuki. Suzuki to Laine. Laine on the right side. It's thrown back down low on the left end to Hudson at the point. Lane Hudson. A pass over to Caulfield. Caulfield in front. And he can't finish the pass. Battle for it behind the net. Islanders steal it and clear it all the way down the other way. And Montembeault will pick up that puck down low. Gives it back to Matheson as the Habs will get their second unit out on the ice. Mike Matheson drops the puck back. Habs will move through the zone. Newhook. Back over to Suzuki. Nick Suzuki up to the point. Matheson holds it. Back to Suzuki. To Gallagher. To Suzuki. To the point to Matheson. Over a shot and a save by Sorokin. Off of a chance from, I think that was Alex Newhook. And a big save there for the Isles goaltender. Yeah, good save there by Ilya Sorokin. A couple more seconds left here on the power play. Face-off won by Montreal. Matheson at the point. Slides a pass over. It's deflected by the Islanders and cleared out of the zone. Canadiens will skate back in their own end. Matheson now with it. Drops it back. Alex Newhook moves it into the zone. Suzuki skates the puck back down low. Passes it up to the point. Back to Suzuki again. Looks for options. Up to the point again. Matheson to Newhook. To Matheson. Over Suzuki. And he fires that one wide. In the zone. Heineman. Isles are back to 5v5. Even strength. Shot there from the point. Puck's in front. Gallagher. Rebound. Saved by Sorokin. It's in the crease. It's still loose, but we get some pushing and shoving and some fights. Adam Pelech lost his helmet while out on the ice. He had to run off there quickly. That could have been bad, but Gallagher with some good chances in front. And none of them go through. Still 1-0 Islanders here with some time to go in the first period. The score bug is kind of bugging on TSN's end, so I can't really tell everything that's going on, but 1-0 Islanders. At this point, let me look at the time and the shots because they're not showing anything on the TSN broadcast. It's like geeked out right now. as this takes forever to load. Shots are 5-2 in favor of Montreal. 8:21 left in the first, by the way. All right. Showing off Gallagher. Had some good chances in front. That goalie interference call ain't stopping him from jabbing pucks on net. But Ciziquez just went and absolutely knocked him over. And then it proceeded to start a bunch of punches in a row. So, not ideal whatsoever. Face off here in the Islander zone. McLean now versus Newhook. And it's won by the Habs up at the point. Hudson directs it back down low. Newhook holds it. Laine throws it up to the point. Thrown around behind the net then by Struble. And passed up to the point again. Struble now dumps it down low. Tipped in front. It's in the crease. They score! Joshua Waugh! And we are tied at 1. I don't think that's... Is that his first NHL goal? No, that's not his first NHL goal, right? He's had goals before. But Joshua Waugh. I haven't seen Joshua Waugh score in a bit. If he's even scored at all. Gotta find out. He has scored before. Yeah, he scored 4 goals last year. Yeah, he hasn't scored yet this year. That's his first point of the season with Montreal this year. Then again, he has only played 8 games. This is his 9th game up with the club. So, I do want to say that. All right. A tying goal there for Montreal. That is absolutely huge. Canadiens playing the puck. It's dumped into the zone. Battling for it at center ice. Stolen back then by Pelech. He'll take it back into his own zone and try and clear it the other way. He'll do so successfully. It goes into the Montreal zone and it'll be an icing against the Islanders. Joshua Waugh, his 5th career NHL goal, 10th career point. Was a 5th round pick back in 2021 by the Canadiens. Good to see him get on the board. Face-off coming back in the Islanders zone. It's won by the Canadiens. Up at the point. With the puck, Matheson to Suzuki. Back up to Carrier. Shoots it. And that one goes behind the net. Down over to Engvall. Pierre Engvall will try and get it up out of the zone. It's picked up back again by Suzuki. Shoots it. Saved by Sorokin. And Fasching will try and pick it up and clear it. And he'll do so successfully. Canadiens get it back. Suzuki will take it into the Montreal zone. Or the Islander zone. Slavkovsky to the point. Carrier holds it. Matheson a shot. Blocked in front. And we got an Islander down. He gets up slowly, but the Islanders get out of the zone. Good block there. Here's Pajot. Mayfield, a backhand and a save there. Battling for it down low. On the right side, Islanders pick it up. Slavkovsky, a pass to Suzuki. It slides all the way down the other way, and that will be an icing yet again against Montreal this time. Couldn't see who blocked the shot. I think it might have been Adam Pelech. but I'm not 100% sure who did. Face-off coming in the Montreal zone. It's won by Montreal. Canadiens will dump it the other way. Pelech with the puck back to D'Angelo. D'Angelo over them for Palmieri. Kyle Palmieri into the zone. He falls down. Islanders fans are standing up calling for a pen. They're not going to get one. Battle for it in the corner. Isles picking up at the point. D'Angelo a shot. And a glove save by Montembault. And the Flyers are losing 2-0. That's awesome. We have not scored in over a week. That is like actually insane to think. Face off now again in the Montreal zone. Dvorak versus Horvat. Face off won by the Canadiens. Hudson gets it up, deflects it up all the way out of the zone. Ooh, batted in by the Isles, but it's a hand pass. So the Canadiens will take it right back. Lane Hudson feeds it down the other way into the zone. Brendan Gallagher taking it now behind the net. It's picked up then by Dvorak, stolen back by the Isles. McLean drops it past to Pajot. Pajot gives it up to Pulock. He can't keep it in. It's a race for it. Anderson trying to get to the puck. He's battling with Pulock. Wins the battle. Takes it behind the net. Looking for options. He's tripped. And they will call that. Anders Lee will go to the box for tripping. And Montreal is back to the power play as Patrick Waugh shakes his head in disbelief. But regardless, Anders Lee will sit. Joshua Waugh with the tying goal, and Montreal will get a chance to take the lead here after this commercial. What's crazy is that the Flyers, I know I keep bringing up Philadelphia because they're my favorite team, but they haven't scored in a freaking week. Insane. How's that even possible, dude? Actually outrageous. Still in commercial, folks. I appreciate everybody who was tuning in for tonight's game. It's going to be a close one, but a fun one, that's for sure. Oh, Mike Bartner's live. All right. Back here in Long Island, showing off Josh Anderson. Face off, won by Suzuki. Islanders will try and clear it. Kept in, though. Habs get their second power play of the game. Down low, Slavkovsky. Tied up then by Pelech. Slavkovsky down low. Suzuki dishes it up to Caulfield, who gets it up to the point to Hudson. Hudson down low. Over to Suzuki. Suzuki holds. Back to Hudson. Hudson back to Suzuki again. Back to Hudson. Hudson to Laine. Remember, last time we streamed the Canadiens, Laine scored a hat trick. All three of them coming on the power play. Suzuki now with it. Tries batting it up to the point. Tied down low by the Islanders. Kept in Or no, not kept in by the Habs. I thought they kept it in there for a second. But they'll clear it down the other way. Lane Hudson picks up the puck on the power play for Montreal. Hudson moves it through the zone. Suzuki through center ice. Pass over to Laine. Patrick Laine back up to Hudson again. Hudson over to Caulfield. Caulfield will dipsy doodle the puck. Back to Hudson again. Over to Caulfield in front to Suzuki. He shoots it wide. Laine back with it on the right side. Laine fires it. Saved by Sorokin with the pad. It was tipped off of Slavkovsky before it went in. Or before it got to Sorokin. Not before it went in. I apologize. Definitely not before it went in. Face-off. Won by the Canadiens. Caulfield throws it around down low, battling for it in the corner. Islanders try to pick it up to break it the other way. It's thrown behind the net by Newhook. Suzuki gets it up to the point. Matheson with it. Waits for options. Down low, a shot from Heineman. Save, rebound in front. Saved by Sorokin. Down low, Suzuki gets it back to Heineman at the point. Back to Matheson. Matheson down low. A shot from Newhook. Saved by Sorokin. Isles clear. And it goes out of play. So it'll come back into the zone. Interesting. They cleared it, but then it went out of play. I feel like they do get the line change off, though. But a good chance there again by Montreal. I'm sorry, I haven't changed the shots in a little bit. TSN is not showing the shot counter. So kind of have to do it between commercial breaks. I think their score bug's like bugging out right now. Face off, won by Montreal. Up to the point. Back over for Carrier. Carrier skates it in. Shot saved by Sorokin. It's in the air. Passed up to Matheson at the point, who throws it back down lower, back to even strength. And picked up by the Islanders. Here come the other way. Pajot. And that's an offside. Mayfield crossed the line way too early. And as a result, that's it for that. We'll go to commercial. I still can't tell you what time it is, how many shots are on goal, or anything like that, just because they're not showing anything for me. Shots are 11-4. That's about what I expected. Canadiens have been getting a lot of shots on net. All right, face-off coming now outside of the Canadian zone. Evans versus McLean. And it's won by the Canadiens. Jack-Eye gives it up to Wah. Wah will dump it into the zone. Down low, Mayfield battling for it. Alongside Armia. Back to the right side. Lee chips it down low. Picked up again by New York. Here they come the other way. They'll chip it down. Mayfield throws it up in front. A shot! And that one goes wide. Kept in, however, in the zone by Zizekas. And stolen back by Montreal. They'll get it out. Isles control yet again. Dumping it into the zone. 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Wah will just take it and chip it out of the Canadiens' end. And it'll be held in by DeAngelo. Tony DeAngelo was a mid-season acquisition by this New York Islanders team. Battling for it down low. McLean gets it to Struble. It's chipped up then for Gallagher, who clears it out of the zone. Islanders get it back. They'll try dumping it down the other way. And into the Canadian zone. Engvall battling with Hudson. He'll throw it down behind the net. Suzuki gets a shot saved by Montembeault. Rebound in front. Rebound. Puck is loose. And a save by Montembeault. What a stop. He's got the puck in his glove. Impressive. I thought for a second that was going in. I saw the puck like right in the angle for the net. But nope. Montembeault keeps it out. So a very impressive chance there for the Islanders, but Sam Montembeault playing the way we know he can. Face off now again here in the Montreal zone. Won by Montreal. Matheson tries clearing it out of the zone. He'll drop it back for Carrier instead. Up to Brendan Gallagher, who moves it the other way. Into the zone. Dvorak tried taking it. It's stolen back by the Islanders, who dump it back in. Savard behind the net. Plays the puck over to Anderson. Anderson will backhand it all the way out, and it's picked up again by the Islanders. Less than 2 minutes left in the first period. Deflected the other way. Tisplikov to Engvall, who dumps it into the zone. And behind the net, Montembeault will play it. Pass back down low for Savard. Tied up again by Horvat. Picked up by New York. Up to the point. It's D'Angelo to Palmieri. Over then for Horvat. Shoots it. That one's wide. Down low, Savard battling with Palmieri. Palmieri wins the battle. Gets it up to the point. D'Angelo circles around. He's got Caulfield right on him. He'll backhand that one down behind the net. Xhekaj tips it through. Holmstrom now fighting in the corner. He tosses that one all the way around again to Horvat. In front, a shot saved by Montembeault. Islanders still keep it in. Final minute of play here in the first period. Holmstrom back over to Horvat. Horvat shoots it. That one goes into the corner. Tipped away by Caulfield. And the Canadiens will get it out of their own zone. Pelech will pick it up and come back into his zone and regroup. Pass up there, tipped by Horvat into the Canadian zone. Montembeault will play it behind his own net. Matheson gets control. 35 seconds left. Slavkovsky through the zone. Running in, he's got Laine with him. He goes down. It's picked up again, though, by Montreal. He's down in the corner, and he's slow to get up. That's not good. Matheson, a shot from the point, saved by Sorokin. And Laine is slow to walk to the bench. That is not good news there for the Canadiens. Not good news. Looks like he has some blood. Yeah, he's dropping blood. And he's going straight to the locker room. I think he went, I have to see that angle again. I think he went face first into the boards and cut something up there. Oh, he got hit back. Oh, that definitely hurt. So Laine trips and falls into the boards while fighting with Dobson, and then Dobson's stick, it's not intentional, but his stick does come over and hit Laine in the face, and he is dripping blood. So, kind of a missed call there by the refs. That would have been a 4-minute in any other circumstance, but the refs missed the initial call. There's a lot of blood on the ice as well. The ice crew's going to have to come out and clean that up. Not a lot of time left here in the first period. I do want to say again, thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you are new, please do consider subscribing. Yeah, going to take a little bit of time for that ice to get off the ice. Or for that blood to get off the ice, not the ice to get off the ice. All right, face-off coming in the Islanders zone. It's going to be Pajot versus Suzuki. Pajot's talking to him. I wonder what they're talking about. Face-off, won by Pajot. Behind the net, Pelech will play the puck. Slavkovsky battling behind the net. 15 seconds left in the first. Duclair chips it out of the zone. Habs get control. They'll try and make one more push. Hudson looking for options. 10 seconds left. Time winding down. It'll go into the Islanders zone, and that'll do it for the first period. Goals from Anthony Duclair and Joshua Waugh make it a 1-1 hockey game here heading into the first intermission of a very important 4-point game in the Eastern Conference. That being said, it's intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. And we'll be back for the second period here momentarily. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll do some intermission reports here and talk a little bit around the league as well. Oh, what just happened? My Wi-Fi just my stream connection just took a massive dip. What the heck just happened? I can see it glitching on the screen. That was weird. Sorry about that, guys. That probably sounded pretty weird on the stream. Let's do a little look around the NHL. Why not? Pull up the ESPN. All right. Scores around the NHL. 2-0 Capitals on the Flyers. Goals from Ovechkin and Brandon Duhaime. In the Avalanche versus Senators game, good news for the Canadiens. And I guess the Isles too. It's 5-0 Colorado. Brock Nelson with 2. Cale Makar with 1. Nathan McKinnon with 1. And Joe Kivaranto with 1 as well. Devils versus Flames. 2-0 Devils. Goals from Haula and Heischer. That one's in the second period. Maple Leafs versus Rangers. 3-2. Toronto. 2 goals from Tavares. And a goal from McMahon on the Maple Leafs. A goal from Borgen and Panarin for the Rangers there too. Blue Jackets versus Panthers, 0-0. Canucks versus Blues, 0-0. Ducks versus Predators, good news for the Flyers. 1-0 Predators, Steven Stamkos. Lightning versus Stars, 1-0 Lightning. Brandon Hagel with the goal. And then there's a bunch of other games that are yet to start tonight. So, hope for the best. And obviously this game is still 1-1. Got a little bit of update. 3-0 Caps. Mangiapane picks up a goal. Canadiens take on the Blues. All right. By the way, new episode of the Nordcast dropping tomorrow. Get it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the Nordcast YouTube channel as well. doing some good stuff there too. I know you guys have probably been wondering where's the video content been going. I've been really busy with the Royals, but I do have videos planned for this weekend. So we're going to stop with just posting shorts and just being lazy with it. No, we're actually going to start consistently actually posting videos. So that is the goal moving forward now. No more of this fooling around and, not making videos and being lazy. We're actually going to start putting work in. It's just been really busy with the Royals and stuff, the work that I've been doing for them. First intermission, guys. All right. Oh, Bill Guerin and Doug Armstrong.
building the team now for a year out for the Winter Olympic Games? Joe, what's amazing?
Oh man, I mean, there's a lot. I think, well, one thing's for sure, the guys love playing for their country. I think all four teams, represented well and played hard, and that was the biggest reason for the success of the tournament. But I think one thing that we definitely took away is that there's no room on.
Ugh.
Both teams all four teams are definitely willing to check, play tight hockey, and we're going to have to take that into account when picking our team.
Yeah, I would say the synergy that we've been able to start creating already has been very helpful. I think getting the coaching staff together with the management staff, getting to know the players, and other events at every 4 years. This is a 1 year out, so I think it's going to be really beneficial, and I think the product's going to benefit from it also. And guys, I know you guys each met with your federations here this weekend at the meeting, Hockey Canada, USA Hockey, debrief, and Four Nations. But also, I know looking ahead, you have the Men's World Championship coming up in the spring, a chance for some of your younger candidates perhaps to show that they want to make the Olympic team, but also Stanley Cup playoffs. How much do those two separate events count into when you guys are evaluating? Well, I think that we look at how do you perform in the lights of the brightest, and it's the Stanley Cup playoffs, and if you're not participating in that, it's the World Championships. And you don't have to go to that event, but you're opening the door for somebody else to have a good event and put you behind that player. So I think there's going to be a great turnout. I hope there is. I think we want to use that as an evaluation tool as we prepare.
Yeah, I agree with Doug, and we kind of look at it the same way. It's a good opportunity for players to put themselves in front of us, for us to kind of get a look under the hood, how these guys operate, what they're like, what kind of teammates they are, things like that. So I think it definitely benefits players. If they're not in the playoffs, like Doug said, come and show us how you operate under stressful games and important things. And I just think it's a great opportunity for the players and for us.
Picking the teams was a little bit more difficult for the Four Nations because the rosters had to be set more than 2 months before puck drop. Now we know that's not going to happen in the Olympic Games. The final rosters, the initial part of the rosters will be in June, and the final rosters in December, which puts you a little closer to the actual start date in late December. How important is it to have that extra time? Because we saw this time around, guys are getting hurt, guys got hot, we weren't expected to. How important is that in picking the team that you're closer to the start of the tournament?
Yeah, I think it's great that we're doing it.
We'll be back soon, guys, for the second period. I appreciate everyone who's staying in here through this point. They're talking to Bill Guerin and Doug Armstrong right now about the Four Nations and what the Olympics may have an impact on with what the Four Nations may have an impact on with the Olympics. So not bad, not bad.
Fights in 9 seconds at the Bell Center at Four Nations. And I'm just wondering what you feel is the next chapter in this rivalry that's born again at Downtown Best as we look ahead to Italy.
Yeah, I mean, we do. We have the utmost respect for Team Canada. And, like I said before, I just think it shows how much the players care. And that game was incredible. And both teams showed up. Both teams showed the passion that you should have when you play for your country. And, I know that the rules are a little bit different in the Olympics, but I don't think we're going to see any less passion or energy or anything like that. It could be even more. I mean, the Olympics are the biggest stage. So
yeah, I agree with Billy. I think the passion is going to be there, but also I think over time the floor is a lot closer to the ceiling, not only for Canada and U.S., but I think all the countries. It's going to be a great event. I think the competition is going to be outstanding, and you better be ready to play from game one if you don't want to get upset and progress as the tournament goes along. Two of you guys are buddies. You going to start that on this one?
No better.
Anything you want to share? Come on, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for this. We appreciate it, and good luck to you both as you put your teams together for the Olympic Games.
Thanks for having me.
Meanwhile, back in New York, it is all tied up 1-1 as Josh
All right. Second period should be coming up right after this commercial break real quick, and then we'll get going here with the next frame.
I just found 1,819,154 thank you cards for people who bought stuff on last year's Day of Giving. You know we're doing it again this year, right? Again, join us for Jersey Mike's Day of Giving. Be a stubble brother. Here, this is less help. Here, we'll never be told our concerns are all in our head. Here, we don't think people take active or foolish questions. Here, we can ask our questions.
All right. Second period will be starting momentarily here, folks. I'm going to change the graphic here to second period. A little bit of a recap of the first. Goals came from Anthony Duclair and Joshua Waugh for both sides. Let's hope for a good second period here. Again, a lot on the line. Again, like, this is a 4-point game. This isn't a game in a sense where, you know, you can lose this one easily. No, you need these points. And if Montreal gets these 2 points, they're taking away 2 from the Islanders as well. So it really is a 4-point game. So, and you see the Rangers are losing there as well. Columbus is tied with Florida. The Red Wings don't play tonight, but regardless, that's huge for Montreal. If they can get the win here tonight, they got a 3-point gap with games in hand. That's a huge advantage. All right. Let's get ready here for the start of this second period of Islanders versus Canadiens. Shots in that period 11-6 in favor of Montreal. They had the advantage for most of the game, but obviously dealing with the goal from Duclair early on got the Islanders on the board. Showing off Brendan Gallagher, who lost his mother a couple of days ago. Rest in peace. It's pretty emotional seeing Gallagher score that goal on Tuesday. And then tapping his chest. You could tell it was an emotional moment for them. And then they panned over to Marty St. Louis, which I thought was pretty surreal. And he's also a dad. He also had his kid a couple days ago as well. All right, second period here underway. Islanders versus Canadiens. Face-off won by the Islanders and dumped into the Montreal zone, battling for it down low. It's picked up by Matheson. Matheson trying to clear it out of the zone. It's tied in by the Islanders. Canadiens will finally get it out. Gallagher chips it back down low. Behind the net now, Mike Riley will take it behind. Throws it up through the middle of the zone. It's tipped as it goes into the Canadiens' end. And down and into the corner, and we're getting a penalty. And it's going to be against Gallagher again. And the Islanders will get another power play. Yeah, Ottawa is getting absolutely clobbered tonight. I mean, you are playing Colorado, but not great. Not great at all. And then, yeah, Monty, that first goal, he could have had that, but it still was pretty poor positioning by the Canadiens. So, yeah, Gallagher to the box for interference. The Islanders will get another power play. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like to think I'm good. I don't know if I'm that good, but when I'm in front of a bigger audience, I feel like I do good. But when I'm in front of, like, not a lot of people, I kind of struggle. I don't know why. Just a weird thing with me. Gallagher to the box for interference. A Islanders power play. Dvorak versus Pajot. Face-off won by New York up at the point. Islanders move it to the front. Pajot, a shot blocked as the Canadiens pick that one up and clear it down the other way. I don't know, man. They sell off Nelson, and then they go out and they get 2 wins against the Panthers and the Penguins. It put them back in it. Puck battling now down low in the Canadian zone. It's picked up by the Habs. Savard will break it down the other way and clear it into the Islanders zone. Thank you. I appreciate that. Islanders pick it up. Anders Lee will drop it back. Pelech moving it into the zone. Shoots it on net. It deflects wide. Canadiens get it right back and clear it all the way down the other way. Sorokin will go behind his own net to play the puck. He'll dish it back then over for Tony DeAngelo. DeAngelo now drops it back. Isles will move it the other way into the zone. Horvat tied up by the Canadiens. Through the zone, Jake Evans will dish it in. Battling for it now. Mayfield will pick it up. And we get another whistle. And another interference call. This one's against New York, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be Dobson. Didn't he get another one earlier, too? Yeesh. Another penalty against the Islanders. We'll get some 4-on-4 and then a Montreal power play for a little bit. Did Gallagher deserve that penalty? Explain it for us. Yeah, he definitely deserved it. It was interference. He hit, I think it was Mayfield. It was interference. Yeah. The first one was a little bit, I don't know about that, but the second one definitely wasn't the greatest. All right, 4-on-4 here for a little bit. Face-off will come into the Montreal zone, or the Islander zone. Apologies. They think it might be a makeup call, is what the broadcasters are saying. Face-off won by the Canadiens. Down low behind the net. Matheson slides it in front. A shot from Carrier. A save by Sorokin. Alex Carrier, been a pretty good acquisition for Montreal. He's been one of the real positives for that blue line this year. I mean, they've gotten some good pieces added on the back end that I think have looked pretty damn good. Carrier being one of them. They traded... Who did they trade away? Oh, I forget. I forget who they traded to Nashville. I'll have to think about that in a second. Matheson with the puck. Fires it. That one deflects wide. Evans now down low. Jake Evans up to the point. Montreal's got it back. Stolen back by the Islanders now. DeAngelo behind the New York net will pass it through the zone. Engvall now takes it through center ice. Back to Zizekas. Casey Zizekas takes it behind the net. Throws it in front. And that one's deflected back into the corner. Evans gets it back. 10 seconds left for Gallagher. We'll get back to a Montreal power play as the Canadiens are clearly waiting for it. Carrier now down low. Back up and over then. Canadiens move it down the right side. Matheson tripped down and over. Line A poke checks the puck away, but Hudson's right there. Lane Hudson scooters it around. Gets a pass down low. Taken back in by Suzuki. Up to the point again. Lane Hudson to Line A. Line A shoots it. And blocked in front. Back up to the point. Hudson. A pass over to Suzuki. He'll wait. Hudson. Back to Suzuki. It's poke checked by Holmstrom, but the Habs get it back. Hudson to Line A. Back to the point. Hudson. Suzuki. A save by Sorokin. And the puck will slide out. Line A wins the battle back. Canadiens now moving it into the zone again. Down the right side, a pass up then for Slavkovsky. Uri Slavkovsky fires it, and that one goes out of play. Yeah, Ovechkin with the Golden Knight, he looks pretty damn good. He's 7 away now from the goal record. Caps can also clinch tonight, too, so that's also something you got to follow. Oh, my God. The Islanders' PK is terrible. All-time worst penalty kills. It's like top 10. Wow. Face-off won by New York. Palmieri steals it back. Tries backing it out of the zone. It's kept in, though, by the Canadiens. Heineman to Gallagher. Back to Heineman. Down low again to Gallagher. Gallagher. Yeah, I thought it was Barron. I was trying to think. A shot saved by Sorokin. Heineman with the puck at the point. Matheson, penalties killed. Shot in front. Save again. And the Islanders deflected the other way. Dobson moves it through center ice. Will dump it back into the zone. Battling now with it. Canadiens will get it back. 1-0 the other way. Suzuki, he scores! Nick Suzuki on the breakaway. And Montreal takes a 2-1 lead. All of a sudden, the puck's going all the way down the other way. And Nick Suzuki wires that one past Ilya Sorokin. And in a very pivotal game, the Canadiens have a 2-1 lead here in the second period. That was huge. Huge goal there. Huge goal for Suzuki. Nice shot there, too. He shot it low. Sorokin thought it was going high. And no. So we'll get a face-off here at center ice. Looks like Patrick Waugh is... Oh, yeah, they're challenging it. Never mind, folks. This one might come back. Yeah, they're reviewing to see if it's offside. We may see a goal get called back. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate it. Watching in Dominican Republic. You're my eyes on the game. Okay, cool. I like to hear that. How are things in the Dominican Republic? Ah, that's offside. That's offsides. Yeah, that's coming back. That should come back. Yeah, what can you do? That's offside for sure. Yeah, that's definitely offside. Oh, it might not be. Oh, it might not be. This one might not come back. Because I forgot the rule is if Suzuki can be in the zone as long as before the puck, as long as one of his feet doesn't touch the ground before the puck gets to him. I don't know. This one might stay. It's gonna be a close one. Ugh. I don't know. That's like 50-50. That might be inconclusive. I don't know. Yeah, Suzuki's had a great season. Yeah, that's probably coming back though. That's probably coming back. So that goal might get overturned, folks. Let's see here though. They're looking at it very intensely. So beaches are amazing. Weather's great. Good. Yeah, let's look at this again. They're taking their sweet time here trying to review it. Yeah, that probably comes back. It's so close though. I wouldn't be shocked to the slightest if it doesn't come back. Yep, no goal. Yeah. It's a little too inconclusive to kind of know exactly. So, yeah, it makes sense that will be called back. So, we're back to 1-1. It was a nice goal with a nice commentary play, but now I can't even post it. Now I can't even post it. Because the goal got called back. Oh, well. All right. Still a lot of time here left in this one. Face-off will come into the into the Canadian zone where the puck was passed from. Face-off won by Montreal. They'll take it down low. Puck is tipped as it goes out of play and in the Islanders bench. Face-off in the Canadian zone, won by New York. Behind the net, played by Fasching, throws it in front, and puck slides down low. Pierre Engvall picks it up, however. Engvall shoots it on net, deflected in front, and goes down low. Back in front again, a shot from Fasching, and that one goes wide. Back on the right side, Dobson throws it behind the net to Engvall. Pierre Engvall skating it around, feeds a pass back down low. Cizikas handling the puck again, tries sliding it back. Habs tip it. Here they come the other way. 3-on-1. Gallagher with Anderson. Up to the front, a shot, and that one goes up in the air. Down behind the net. Battling for it down low. Islanders try and get it. Canadiens will pick it up. Savard fires it behind the net. It'll slide back for Gallagher now, who throws it in front, but it's blocked by Adam Pelech. Canadiens will regroup in their own zone, trying to break it back in. Anderson slides a pass all the way up. It's broken up by Pulak, who will clear it out. Habs will have to wait. They'll dump it right back in. Joel Armia picks it up immediately. Armia behind the net. Montreal's pressuring hard. Shot saved by Sorokin in front. Picked up again by Hudson. Lane Hudson, dipsy doodle, shoots it, tipped in front, and goes behind the net. Slid back in front, and it goes over to the right side. Canadiens get it back. Heineman back over then to Carrier. A shot from the point, and that one's blocked as well, but Hudson will keep it in. Islanders get it right back, however. Here they come the other way. Horvat fires it, saved by Montembeault. Down the other way. Habs trying to get the puck again into the zone. Heineman tips it back, throws it behind the net for Armia. And down low for Evans, who gives it back to Heineman. Down low. Stolen back by the Islanders. Holmstrom now up to Palmieri. Kyle Palmieri into the zone. Waits. Feeds a pass over. It's stolen back by Laine, who waits. Shots are 21-9 in favor of the Canadiens. They finally put the shots up on the board, so I didn't have to wait till commercial. 13:31 left here in the second period. Puck is down low in the Islanders zone. Sorokin fires it around, but it'll go out of play, and we'll get a whistle. A little over 13 minutes left here in this one. Score is still 1-1. Here until the 25th. Jesus. Lucky you. Yeah, teams don't usually challenge unless they know it's off. Well, I mean, that one is a little hard to tell. But, yeah, it was pretty clearly off. It was, like, probably going to get called back regardless. Like, it took them a little bit to review it. Just because, like, if we had a different angle, then we would probably know. But just from the angle that we had, it just wasn't great. So, yeah. Just looking at the scores around the league. I need Buffalo to beat Utah tonight. Rangers and Sens losing makes this even that much of a bigger game. Yeah, exactly. It's big for the Habs, because if they get the win tonight, they'll get a 3-point gap with games in hand. If the Islanders win, they will be 1 point back of Montreal. So it's huge for both teams. And at least this one's close. Like the other ones, the Avalanche are pummeling the Sens. The Leafs are beating the Rangers. At least this one's close. Talking to Tony DeAngelo, who played with Demidov in the KHL. All right. Thank you. Yeah, nice jersey. All right, face off here now in the Islanders zone. Cizikas versus Evans. It's won by Cizikas. Down low. Line trying to play the puck. Up to the point. Matheson over to Carrier, who throws it down low. Newhook. Battling through multiple Islanders. Still has control. Newhook into the front. Shot saved by Sorokin. And that one deflects back into the corner. Back to Newhook again. A pass then open to the point. Over. Matheson. Shot saved by Sorokin. And another good save there from the New York goaltender, who has kind of put the Isles on his back tonight. Islanders only have 9 shots on goal. Canadiens have 22. So the pressure is really lopsided here pretty hard, if we're being honest. Face-off won by the Habs. Down low, they'll throw it up to the point. A shot, and that one deflects into the corner. Islanders get it back. Pelech will clear it into neutral zone. Lee battling for it with Struble. And it's chipped back behind the net in the Canadiens' end. Hudson with the puck. Throws a puck through center ice. It's batted down by the Islanders. Pelech will take it into the zone. Over to Lee. A pass back over. Islanders with it. Duclair a shot. It's blocked. New York gets it back. Down behind the net. Canadiens pick it up. Suzuki tries firing it around. Battle for it now. Caulfield will get it. And back over to Hudson, who skates it around. Lane Hudson. Over to Struble. Struble throws the puck in front. It goes down low again. Picked up now by Pelech down low, who tries clearing it out of the zone. It's picked up then by Holmstrom. Simon Holmstrom. Into the Montreal end. Will dump it behind the net. Stolen back by the Canadiens. Back up to Waugh. Missed pass there. Isles get it again. And Pelech gets it back. Stolen by the Habs again, dude. And deflected the other way. Horvat into the zone. A pass over then for Mayfield. Scott Mayfield fires it. Saved by Montembeault. Puck at the point. Horvat over. A shot. And that's a glove save. Pretty easy there by Sam Montembeault. We'll go to commercial break. I think we're going to... All right, face-off coming now. Won by the Islanders. Played on the right side. It's tied up on the bench end. Time still winding down. It's broken through. Here come the Canadiens. Down the other way. Racing for it's Anderson. He'll battle with Pulak. Taken now behind the net. Islanders get it back. Here they come the other way. McLean clears it into the zone. Montembeault will go and play it behind the net. Gives it over then for Brendan Gallagher. Gallagher chips it up then into the zone for Savard. Savard dumps it down low. Gallagher gets it right back. Taken down low by Tisplikov. Maxim Tisplikov gets the puck back for the Islanders. Here he comes down the other way. Dumps it in. And Montembeault will give that to Savard behind the net. Halfway through this game, score is still tied at 1 from the 2 goals in the first period. Here's Cizikas into the zone. Cizikas, a pass over in front for Fasching. A save in front, and it's cleared out. And back up to the point. Pelech a shot, blocked in the traffic. D'Angelo a drive, and a pad saved by Montembeault. Picked up again then by the Islanders. Down low, Canadiens trying to get it out of their own end. D'Angelo will throw it back for Engvall. Pierre Engvall waiting for options. Drops it back. D'Angelo to Engvall. Shoots it. And that one goes wide. And behind the net, Cizikas will skate it back up to the point. Casey Cizikas, a tip stick from Evans. And the Isles are forced to come out of the zone. Cizikas will just dump it right back in. It's picked up again by the Habs. They'll get it and clear it all the way down the other way. And out of play. And we get a whistle. And we'll go to commercial for a little bit. What's up, Rick? What's up, Rick? Philly area is good. How are you? Oh, Blues are winning against the Canucks. Flyers are about to get shut out for the 3rd straight game. Quinn Hughes deflected the puck into his own net. Of course he did. Oh my God. No way. Cool. Sounds cool, man. No audio. All right, back from commercial break. Face-off outside of the Canadian zone, won by Montreal. Suzuki will play it back into their own end. Shots are 22-13. Islanders are getting some shots on goal. Habs will dump it into the zone. Down now behind the net. Thrown in front. Shot saved by Sorokin. Pretty easy save at that. Puck is dumped out of the zone by the Islanders. Struble will go and get it. Feeds a pass back to Caulfield, who gives it back to Struble. Deflects it up for Suzuki and goes in the other way. Is it really? Shots on goal. Why is it doing that? Down now behind the net. What is happening right now? Why is it doing that? Puck is dumped out of the zone. All right, whistle. Sorry about that. I don't... Why is it doing that? Is in the other way. Hello? That's not good. All right, hang on a second, guys. What the heck? What the heck? All right. Hang on a second, guys. I have never had this problem before. What the heck? What is happening right now? Hello? 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 Hang on a second. Hello? 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 Okay, hello? I just reset it. Let's see if that worked. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's happening. Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now? Let's see. It's not working great. All right. Hang on a second, guys. New plan, new plan. Where is this? Where's the cord at? Is this it? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's not working. Why is it doing that? Sometimes, yeah, I know. I can hear the audio going the way it is. You guys just got to give me a second. I'm going to connect my microphone to it. But I don't like to use this microphone. No, that's the problem. Hello? 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 Going the way it is. You guys just... What on earth? I don't like to use this microphone. Yeah, you need a lip reader. Hello? 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 Let's see if that worked. I don't know why it's doing... I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, well, 7:42, guys, left in the second period. Hello, hello? Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's... Why is it doing that? Oh my god, this is like the worst thing ever. Oh my god, why is it doing that? Maybe it's because I have too many things open? Close some things here. Why is it doing that? Oh my god. Maybe it's... What is happening? We were doing so good too. Stay with me here, guys. Hello? Hello? Oh, I just did that. No, that's not a good idea. Hello? 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 Testing, testing. I'm sorry, guys. I wish this could happen during an intermission and not midway through a game. Just missed about like 2 minutes of commentary here. At least there's no goals. Testing, testing. What is happening? Dude, what is going on? Are you sure you can hear me? Let me refresh.
Filing your taxes on your own versus filing them with TurboTax. Which one is easier? First, I'm going to try doing them without TurboTax.
Oh my god. Are you serious right now? Are you sure you can hear me? Let me refresh.
Filing your taxes on your own versus filing them with TurboTax. Which one is easier? First, I'm going to try doing them without TurboTax.
Is it fixed? Did I fix it? Oh my god. Are you serious right now? Are you sure you can hear me? Let me refresh. Okay, I think I fixed it. Let me know if it keeps... Let me know if it just... Guys, just refresh the stream. If there's lagging, just refresh the stream. That was what the problem was. Just like refresh your stream. Close out of it and come back in. Alright, I'll continue commentating. If it cuts out again... I'll have my thing turned on low. Yeah, because now it's working for me. Alright, Dobson. Sorry about that. Missed about like 2 or 3 minutes there of the commentary. Anyways, lining into the zone for the Habs. Joshua Waugh now with the puck. Deflects it in. Backhand save by Sorokin. And I'll cover that one. Just close out of it. Come back in. Let me know if it's not working, guys. I apologize for that. 5:11 left here in the second period. We're tied at 1. Are the Isles low-key back? Low-key? If they win tonight, they are. If they win tonight, then that's a really good, that's great news. Yeah, it's not, now it's working for me. If you guys close out of the stream and then come and then load back in, it should work for you. Can somebody let me know if it worked? Yeah, now it's working for me. If you guys close out of the stream and then come. Yeah, because it was glitching for me a little bit too, but now I refreshed. Can somebody let me know if it worked? Yeah, it says it's working for me. Glitching for me a little bit too, but now I refreshed. Yeah, it says it's working for me. Like winning games, but we need to get a high draft pick. Barely scraping into the playoffs and losing 6 games. Yeah. It's not great. It's not a great look. If we're being honest. So, I don't know. Like winning games, but we need to get a high draft pick. All right. Yeah. It's not great. Not a great look. All right, back from commercial. All right, good. Good. Just a little bit of a glitch. Sometimes it does that. Face-off won by the Islanders. Now we know for later. Tisplikov with the puck, moving it down the other way. Islanders or Canadiens steal it back. Laine will dump it into the Islanders zone. D'Angelo now throws it behind the net. Back up then for Tisplikov into the zone. Tisplikov shoots it. Saved by Montembeault. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. It's been a good one here so far between Isles versus Canadiens. Apologies for the not great connection there for a split second. Not my intention, obviously. Face-off won by the Islanders. Palmieri in the Montreal zone in front. Tipped, and that one goes behind the net, and we got a penalty. And it's against Montreal. And New York will go back on the power play for a pivotal power play here at the end of the second period. Mike Matheson going to the box. And there is not a lot of time left, folks. If the Islanders want to take a lead here, they better do it soon. All right. Face off now. Islanders getting their third power play of the night. Canadiens pick up the puck. Stolen in front. Rebound. Palmieri blocked by Savard. Good chance there quickly. Here's Dobson at the point. Throws it back down low. A shot. And that one goes out of play from a D'Angelo opportunity. I will say this. Their power play is not good. But when you look in terms of, the injuries they have and, it's hard to maintain a good power play when your top guys are not in the lineup, especially missing guys like Brock Nelson and Matthew Barzal for extended periods of time. It's not great. Not ideal whatsoever. Face off again here in the Canadian zone, won by New York. Up at the point. Dobson for Holmstrom. Back in front. And D'Angelo nearly got a goal there. Puck's now behind the net. D'Angelo to Holmstrom at the point. Simon Holmstrom looking for options. Dobson back over then D'Angelo to Holmstrom. He's knocked down. They're calling for another penalty, but they're not going to get one. Dobson. Over here now, thrown in front. Puck is tipped down low. Back for Horvat. Over to Holmstrom now. Up at the point for D'Angelo. D'Angelo holding the puck at the point. Back to Holmstrom. Over to Horvat. Horvat skating on the bench side. Throws it back down low. Holmstrom again to the point to Dobson. Back to Holmstrom. They're just moving the puck. Shot from Palmieri in front is blocked and goes into the corner. Islanders get it back. D'Angelo up at the point. Dobson to Holmstrom. He scores! Simon Holmstrom. A 1-T on the power play. And the Islanders take a 2-1 lead. Simon Holmstrom. And the Islanders' power play is hot for some reason. Nice goal there from Holmstrom on the 1-T. Puck slid back out the other way, but the Isles were cheering. You knew that one in. Second power play goal tonight for New York. Their power play has been terrible before tonight. Terrible. So it's a little surprising to see it doing so good. Face off now at center ice again. It's won by the Canadiens, who try and poke check it the other way. Slavkovsky racing for it. Tries throwing it in front. Tied up down low. Caulfield now with it. Skates it behind the net. Back up to the point. Hudson shoots it. Goes through his feet. Fumbled the puck. And he'll backhand it back down low. Islanders steal it back and it's cleared out of the zone. Hudson gets it over. Deflected back by the Islanders. Pelech steals it back. Feeds a pass up then for Pajot. Pajot on the right side. Battling it down low is Caulfield. Slid back up to the point. Mike Riley. Back to Pajot. To Lee now behind the net. Duclair with it. Tries taking it to the front. Gets it up to the point anyhow. Riley, and that pops out, and that will be an offside. Simon Holmstrom. His 17th of the season on the power play. And the Islanders are ahead by 1. Face-off outside of the Canadian zone. Won by New York. Riley tips it into the zone for the Islanders. Down low, Matheson tries getting it. Back for Xhekaj, who trying to clear it out of the zone. Isles will try and keep it in, but Evans picks it up and gets it out. Canadians are looking for a goal here late in the second. 2 minutes to go. Battling on the right side. It's dumped all the way down the other way by Montreal. Up to Armia. Armia clears it all the way down. Heineman battling for it. Back down low. Evans. Stolen back by Tisplikov. Tisplikov will take it into the zone. Taken back by Xhekaj. He still has it though. Battling now in the corner, and Isles get it back. D'Angelo. Tony D with the puck. Down low to the right side. Behind the net now. Taking it is McLean. Back over to Dobson, who drops it in front. Puck's in the crease. And behind the net now, Holmstrom has it. Back up to the point again. Dobson. Over then, minute 15. Engvall, a shot blocked in front. Thrown back behind the net. Fasching trying to take it. And stolen back by the Canadiens. And they'll get it out of the zone. Here's Anderson. Jake Evans, who dumps it into the zone. Ciziquez will steal that puck right back. And final minute of play here in the second period. Score is 2-1 in favor of New York. Montembault fires that one all the way around. Battling now on the right side. Puck will slide out. Up to the points, Mike Riley. Riley shoots it. And a shot goes wide there. Riley then back up over for Mayfield, who clears it into the zone. Montembeault behind the net with 30 to go. Habs trying to get a breakout in their own zone. Hudson chips it around. Still in the Montreal zone. Laine now throws it to Struble. And that puck deflects and goes out of play. Checking up on Adam Pelech, who I think had a injury there. Yeah, it is hard to understand French people when you can't speak French. I appreciate you tuning in, Ricky. All right. Face off now in the Montreal zone, won by the Canadiens. It's chipped all the way through center ice, picked up again by D'Angelo. Tony D turns over the puck. Gets it out of the zone anyways. It'll slide into the Montreal end. And that'll be it for the second period. A goal from Simon Holmstrom on the power play. A huge goal for the New York Islanders. And they have a 2-1 lead heading into the third period here. But first off, second intermission. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for the third period in about 15 to 20 minutes. I appreciate everybody tuning in so far. It's going to be a great finish here in Montreal. Or here in New York. Is it 5-0 Ottawa in Ottawa? Oh my god, it is. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Ugh. Oh. Enjoying the game with you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who's tuning in. Recently, the streams haven't been the greatest. We haven't gotten a stream that has been particularly great in a little since the Four Nations. So it's been a little bit of a struggle, but you know, you just keep at it, keep on commentating, keep on having fun, and hope for the best, to be honest with you. I'm going to edit a clip.
Last in the NHL, 0 for 18 in the previous 5 games, but clicking tonight, which I think is not good for the Montreal Canadiens.
It's clicking, and they took advantage of a certain situation that is almost exclusive to the Montreal Canadiens because they run a 3-defenseman rotation on their penalty kill. Now, Mike Matheson is the one who takes the penalty, and he is part of that 3-defenseman rotation. So now there's a little extra
All right.
on Alex Carrier and David Savard. And you see Carrier, he's the one that goes out to Holmstrom to try and block.
You guys have any questions, you can comment them down below. I always forget to ask that. Like, you guys have any general questions about the NHL, I'll answer them. Kind of always forget to do that. So, any of them you guys have, I'll take them. I appreciate everybody tuning in for this one. Again, we're still in intermission. So, we'll be back for the third period soon.
You get a pass from Emil Heineman that is a rocket of a pass, and Nick Suzuki, first and foremost, is trying to receive the pass. So that's his first priority. He's, of course, trying to stay on side. When you watch the replay, if he can extend his left leg a little bit more, he's going to stay on side. But the fact that he has to receive
Dobson to Holmstrom.
hand onto the heel of your blade, like there's too much going on there at one time to be able to comprehend all that at the same time. So it's a good play, but, you know, like we talked about the flip of a coin, it's like less than a dime on side. They don't have the pennies anymore.
All right, so very
Wow.
similar to what we saw
Up at the
here
point,
here
Dom.
are the Montreal Canadiens trailing 2-1 heading into the third period. Out-of-town scoreboard. The Rangers are losing right now 4-2 to the Leafs.
Wow.
As well,
Up at the point,
Colorado
Dobson to
on top of the
Holmstrom.
Sabres
He
5-1. So
scored!
everything is aligning here. What do you want to see from Montreal now in the final period?
Up at the point, Dobson to Holmstrom. He scores! Simon Holmstrom! A 1T on the power play! And the Islanders take a 2-1 lead. Who would I like to win the cup? And the Islanders power play is up. I would like to see. Look, there's a lot of teams. I would like to see any team win the cup. Let's be honest. I'd like to see any of the teams right now win the Stanley Cup. I'd be fine with it. I would love to see Winnipeg get it done. They've struggled for a lot of years. I'd love to see McDavid win a cup too. But I don't know.
Get that ugly, disabled freak away from me.
Wow. Up at the point, Perfect. Florida in the East. Yeah, Florida in the East is a good one. They've always been a team that contends for it. And they obviously won last year, so you got to put them in there. They're definitely a cup team for sure. There will be a tier rank coming out soon, by the way.
Like that? I think she likes it. I can't try, bro. That's funny. Fire. Do you have the starburst from Nordic? The starburst from Prison Lens Effects?
Who do you think gets the last two playoff spots in the East? Last two in the East? I think Ottawa takes the first one. The second one, I could see like Ottawa, or I could see Montreal taking it, to be honest. Or the Rangers, depending on if the Rangers can get their shit together. Apart from that, though, like, teams are losing, so it's kind of up for grabs, to be honest. Like, if the Islanders win tonight, they're 1 point back of Montreal. The Rangers will lose and still be 1 point back. If Columbus wins, they're also 1 point back. So I don't know. All right, let me do my out-of-town scores for you guys. Let me pull up ESPN. Do the little out-of-town. Some of the games have finalized, so they are over. All right. Scores around the league. Flyers are losing to the Caps 3-1. Sabres in Utah just started. Flames are beating the Devils in the third period. Huge win there for the Flames if they can pull that one off. Connor Zary with the leading goal. Maple Leafs beating the Rangers. Panthers and Blue Jackets are tied heading into overtime at 0. So no goals. Oh my God. Isles beating Canadiens. Canucks and Blues are tied. Ducks are beating the Preds. Don't like to see that. Stars and Lightning are tied. Kings are beating the Blackhawks, so it appears that they might be eliminated tonight. Jets and Oilers are tied, and then there's always two other games that need to start. Final score in one of them, though, the Avalanche did defeat the Senators 5-1. So that's good news for the Islanders and the Canadiens there. Best team I put my money on? Probably Florida. I trust Florida the most.
This is the thing now. Like, all the NHL locker rooms, all the equipment rooms shouldn't even have cotton socks anymore for players to wear under their skates. This should be a mandatory thing because the game is moving too fast. It's hard to react. Guys aren't always in control. Like, weigh the risk versus the reward. Like, the risk is you have a serious injury that could really hurt you for a long time or threaten your career. And the reward is what Josh Anderson had, where he's able to stay in that game. And then not only does he stay in the game, he has a big impact in the game. Scores a goal, of course, team comes back, wins. So, like, these Kevlar socks, everyone should be wearing these in the NHL. They shouldn't even have another option available for players. I know neck protection was an issue that they were talking about.
Who makes the last playoff spots in the West? That's a good question. Minnesota keeps the one, and then the other one I think probably goes to. I'm gonna give it to St. Louis. I think St. Louis gets it.
I would never roll the neck guard down anymore. Like, I would just wear it as is all the way up.
Player safety front and center. All right, Ivan Demidov to be the last one that we wanted to talk about our subject here. Fifth overall pick last year, 19-year-old, leading SKA St. Petersburg in the KHL in scoring. But yes, we're insinuating he will be benched for the rest of the season and the playoffs. So, what's going on?
Well, listen, he leads the team in points. He's going to come over to North America and play in the NHL and have a ton of success.
All right. Let's get ready for the third period here, starting soon.
Rookie of the year. Like, it could be Lane Hudson, it could be Ivan Demidov. And the fact that they're not playing him,
29 shots a game.
it's so petty on their part, and it's not going to stunt his growth in the long term, but he does
All right.
deserve that.
Pull that away.
Player, he leads their team in points. He's going to have a long NHL career. It makes no sense what they're doing to Ivan Demidov in the KHL, and the quicker you can get him here, the better. He's going to be in great hands when he comes over. Mark St. Louis has done such a great job with all the young players, the veteran players, and it's only a matter of time before Ivan Demidov is doing great things like you just saw wearing a Montreal Canadiens jersey.
He wants to come to Montreal. He's learning French, doing all the right things, but yeah, he's got to be a little frustrated with his situation there in St. Petersburg. All right, perfect night to do some scoreboard watching. We'll show you what's going on with the Rangers and Leafs at MSG, plus Alex Ovechkin inches closer to victory.
On to the Service Now platform connect every corner of your business, putting AI to work for people.
Big game in Vancouver. Yeah. It is currently... Oh, Canucks are winning now. 2-1, Brock Besser in the third. So the Canucks take a 2-1 lead. That's like a very important game, too. Like, the anticipation, like, that is a huge game. Like, a huge game. So... Still waiting for Calgary and Vancouver, no playoffs. I could see it. I mean, I would love to see Calgary get in because of Dustin Wolf and just a great story there. Vancouver, they don't deserve to be in. I'm being blunt. They just haven't been. Just don't think they deserve it. And that's not a shot at like the Canucks as a team, but like
certainly one of the storylines coming to this tonight's game was special teams for the Islanders. They haven't been that special. However, Montreal Canadiens comes to town, 2 massive points up for grabs, and a power play has certainly come through. So far, that has been the difference in the game on both sides. The Islanders, as you mentioned, by far the worst team on special teams in the entire NHL, whether it's the power play or the penalty kill. Both are no good. They're both right at the very bottom of the league, and Montreal's been playing really well for power play. Goals is pulling off a lot of penalties. And yet, so far in the game, the New York Islanders 2 for 3 on the power play. And when they don't get chances, they don't look good. From the chances, when they come up with a created, they found a way to get past Sam Montembeault. And maybe how importantly, the power play for Montreal against the penalty kill at right around 70% hasn't done the best yet. So you would not have thought after 2 that the power play, the penalty would be advantage New York.
oh, Utah's beating the Sabres. Brock Besser, 200th career goal. That's pretty cool. Oh, Flyers scored. It's 3-2 now. Sean Couturier. All right, let's get ready here to start the third period of Islanders versus Canadiens. This is a huge period. for both teams. Huge period. A lot is on the line. 2 points, 4 points in this one. Just want to say we are doing a lot of Watch with Nordic streams next week. One's on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday as well. A lot more coming your way. But regardless, third period of Islanders versus Canadiens is underway. Into the zone, Anders Lee shoots it, deflected by Carrier, and it goes out of play. In the Montreal zone. Again, the Washington Capitals can clinch a playoff spot tonight if the Canadiens come back and defeat the Islanders. And if Florida defeats the Blue Jackets. So we'll have to see where that game goes. Yeah, the Panthers won. So that's an L for the Jackets. Face-off won by the Canadiens. Matheson clears it down the other way. Gallagher picks it up into the zone. Gallagher shoots it. And it goes over the net. Battling on the left side. Down low behind the net now. Gallagher in the corner. Tied up by Palmieri. Comes in front. Shoots it. Saved by Sorokin. Puck's in the crease. But no Canadians there to get it. And we get a whistle. As something just happened. His glove came off. And they blowed that whistle dead. So, as a result, all right, face-off coming here again in the Islanders zone. And it's won by the Isles. Pelech clears that one all the way out of the zone. Hudson battling for it. It'll slide back where Struble will pick it up in the Montreal end. Islanders pressuring. Picked up again by the Canadiens. 2-on-2 the other way. Suzuki back over. Stolen back by the Isles. Into the zone. Engvall, he's got Pelech with him. Poke checked away then by Struble, who will throw it up as the Canadiens will come the other way. Cole Caulfield dangles it into the zone. Tied up then by D'Angelo. Back down low. Islanders steal it back. It's dished the other way then. Coming into the zone. Down low. Gatcombe gets it. It's tipped up in the air. Back down into the corner. They'll battle for it on the bench side. Puck comes free. Islanders. Shot from the point. Deflected wide. Tisblikov battling for it now alongside Evans. A shot blocked. McLean will throw that one behind the net. Canadiens trying to get it here now. Down low. Savard. Up and over them for Arbor Xhekaj. Down the right side. Throws a pass over them for Caulfield. 18 minutes left. Shots are 26-14. Another shot saved by Sorokin from the Canadiens. So 27-14, that being said. Puck will slide into the Montreal zone. Islanders trying to get control. A lot of back and forth action here in this third period already. Canadiens are down a goal and they need to tie this one up. At least get 1 point out of this. Down behind the net. Sorokin back then over to Dobson. Dobson clears it out of the zone. Islanders coming the other way. Bo Horvat down the right side. Gets it in. Shot. He scores! Bo Horvat! The Islanders lead by 2. He tucks that one past Sam Montembault. And the Islanders get another one. A huge goal for the Islanders captain. Absolutely huge. Wow. Nice play there by Bo. He's tied up then by Matheson, but Horvat gets there first. Plucks in the goal, and it's 3-1 Islanders. Canadiens bring the puck into their own zone. Matheson regrouping. It's tipped back into the New York zone. And puck slides into the Montreal end. It's an icing. What about the Leafs? Do you think they could be, this could be the year they do something? I don't know. I don't think so. Judging from what I have seen, I'm going to say no. Because they really haven't been that great. Yeah, Caps beat the Flyers. Up at the point, down low. Caulfield, down in the corner. Suzuki trying to pick it up. He'll take it behind the net, try sliding it in front. And here come the Isles the other way. Through the zone. With some room, Engvall diverts back. Throws it in front. Fashing and a save by Montembault as well there. It's 3-1 New York. With 16:50 remaining in the third period. It's a very pivotal game, and the Islanders are going to get, looking like they might get these 2 points. And that's absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Face off in the Canadian zone, won by Montreal. They'll clear it all the way down the other way. It'll slide into the Islanders zone. That'll be an icing against Montreal. Shots are 27-16. I don't know. Montembault's not looked the greatest here tonight. That's for sure. Face off, won by Montreal. Hudson dishes it up in the center ice. Islanders get it right back and dump it in. Matheson now takes it behind the net. Deflects it down low. Arbor Xhekaj throws a pass up. Here comes Montreal down behind the net. Evans tries to get it, loses the puck. And it slides up again for the Islanders. Through the zone, 3-on-2. Back over then for Riley, who will take it down low. Tisplikov now trying to get to it. Taken back by Montreal. 4-on-3 the other way. They'll dump it into the zone. Heineman racing for it with Pulock. Pulock wins the battle. Habs keep it in, though. Xhekaj at the point. Savarda shot. Puck goes behind the net. Noah Dobson gets it right back. Montreal trying to keep it in. They'll do so successfully. But it'll slide out right away again. Here come the Isles, and we got a whistle. And a penalty. And it's going to be against the Islanders. And the Habs are going to get a power play. This is a huge power play for Montreal. You need to score this. You absolutely need to score this, no doubt. A lot on the line here on this power play. Habs need to get one past Sorokin. And they'll be able to make this a one-goal game. Suzuki versus Horvat. Bo Horvat with a goal tonight. And it's won by the Islanders. Down low. Isles will pick it up. Pelech trying to clear it out of the zone. Montreal will keep it in. Caulfield slides it to Hudson. Lane Hudson dangles in. Throws it in front. Nobody's there. Net gets moved. Not out of its crease. Habs keep it in. A shot. They score! Patrick Laine! Sorokin's complaining. But Laine gets a power play goal. And the Habs are back within one. And yeah, I think they're going to look at this one. I'm not sure about this, Chief. Yeah, they're gonna take a look at that one. Yeah, let's see this replay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That has to be across the goal line first. Slavkovsky does interfere with Sorokin on this play. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. That might get called back. No, I don't think so. No, it's not. They're not even challenging, I don't think. Or are they looking at it? I'm not sure. They are. Yeah, they're challenging a goalie interference. All right, let's see where this one goes. Second challenge of the night by the Islanders. Let's see if they can make their magic work for this one. If it comes back, not only that, they're down they're up 3-2. And then they have to go on the power play. I don't know. Let's take a look at this one. I mean, he interferes with him, but Sorokin's not making that save. I don't know. It might be because he's interfering with them. They're going to call that one back. Let's see how long it takes for them to look at it. It might be inconclusive. Yeah, so he slides the puck in front. Slavkovsky falls on the net. Puck's moved. Horvat tries clearing. It comes up then for Hudson, who gives it over to Line A, who fires that one in. But Slavkovsky interferes with Sorokin before the puck goes in. However, Sorokin didn't know where the puck... that might... Yeah. That's probably getting called back. Patrick Waugh with his coaching challenge magic. I could see why that stays, though. I wouldn't be shocked if that stays. His 14th power play goal of the year. Jesus Christ. What's funny is that I've commentated 2 Canadiens games, this being the second one. And Laine scored 4 goals, all of them on the power play. Like, how is that even possible? All right. Call on the ice. Ooh! Oh, and Patrick Waugh does not like that. No goaltender interference, so it's a good goal. And as a result, Montreal's going to get another power play. Oh, the luck could not be on his side for that one. He didn't like that. He, went like this afterwards. I don't know. I mean, that's one that, yeah, to be fair, he does interfere, but Sorokin, oh my God. That low-key should be called back. Oh, and Patrick Waugh, not a fan of that. I don't know. He still interferes with them. I don't think he's making the save, but he still interferes. I don't know if there's a rule in the rule book that determines that. But regardless, Montreal's back on the power play again. This time they're only down 3-2. 28-16 are the shots. Isles dump it down the other way. Suddenly, this game just became really close when it felt like it wasn't. Hudson feeds it past to Suzuki. Suzuki moves it through center ice into the zone. Laine down the right side. With the puck in the corner, gets it to Hudson at the point. Hudson over to Laine. Laine waits, throws it up, and he ends up throwing it out of the zone himself. Isles will get a line change as a result. 14:40 left here in the third. I'll have to follow the play as a forward if the puck isn't over the line. Here's Hudson. Into the zone, Lane Hudson. Throws it back down low, stolen back by Pelech, behind the net. Picked up again by Caulfield. To the point. Suzuki. Back to Caulfield. Hudson to Suzuki. To Hudson. Hudson looking for options, over to Laine. Laine shoots it! And that one goes up in the air and behind the net. Back to Hudson on the right side. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Hudson to Suzuki. Suzuki to Hudson. Hudson holds it down low in front. And blocked in front. Islanders will get it out. Less than 14 minutes left. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Habs will take it back in. Caulfield over to Hudson. Hudson into the zone. We'll skate it back. He's tied up by 2 Islanders. Slavkovsky comes in to play the puck. Suzuki gets it. Suzuki over to Hudson. Hudson to Suzuki. Suzuki fires it. Deflects behind the net. 2 seconds and 1, and that's it for the power play. 3-2 Islanders. We're back to even strength. Lane Hudson fires it. Blocked in front. Battle for it in the crease. Rebound saved by Sorokin. Isles get it back. Down the other way into the zone. It's Engvall who will get it through and down low. Battling now with Struble. It's up to the point. Pelech. Back then to Engvall. Gets in front and fires that one wide. Hudson Fasching behind the net. Fasching waits to the slot to Zizekas. It's blocked. That's a good one, Ricky. Shots are 29-16 in favor of the Habs. Very pivotal that the Habs at least come out of here with 1 point. Into the zone, McLean. Stolen back. Horvat trying to get to him. McLean, another shot. And a save by Montembault again. And we'll go to commercial. Patrick Laine on the power play. A controversial call. But regardless, it's 3-2 Islanders with a very thrilling finish ahead. And looks like final score out of the Blues versus Canucks game, 3-2 in favor of St. Louis. So they get a huge win there. Canucks had a 2-1 lead, and then St. Louis scored 2 to make it a St. Louis win, it appears. And final scores around the NHL. Avalanche beat the Senators 5-1. Capitals beat the Flyers 3-2. Flames beat the Devils 5-3. Maple Leafs beat the Rangers 4-3. And Panthers beat the Blue Jackets 1-0 in overtime. Again, Washington can clinch tonight if the Islanders can't beat Montreal in regulation. So let's say the Habs tie it and it goes to overtime. The Capitals will clinch. So regardless, if the Habs tie it and force overtime, the Capitals are in the playoffs. Even though, like, if they don't make it tonight, you're just delaying the inevitable. But still. Like, they'll officially be in the playoffs. By the way, I haven't done it yet, but I am going to plan some more Watch With Nordic streams for the next couple of days. We do have ones on Monday. Not sure what game I'm going to do, but try and do a good game. All right. Face off now in the Montreal zone. Won by the Canadiens. Down low. It's picked up behind the net now. Racing with the puck. Matheson will slide it up then for Heineman. As Sorokin will go down low to play it. It's thrown around then for Tisplikov. Tisplikov will clear it all the way back into the Canadian zone. And that'll be an icing against New York. Again, a lot on the line on this one. A lot. All right. In the Islanders zone, McLean versus Newhook. Won by McLean, and they blow the whistle dead immediately, so never mind that. Oh, my God. Besser tied that game. I thought it was over. Brock Besser tied it with a little bit of time left. Canucks versus Blues is going to overtime. No way. So both teams will get points. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. All right. McLean versus Newhook. Puck is won by the Habs. Line with it back to Lane Hudson. Hudson dangles it back around. Low to high, shoots it, blocked in front. Tisplikov will pick it up and get it out of the zone. Tipped by Horvat, it'll go into the Montreal end. Montembeault will go play it behind the net. 11:50 still remaining here in the third, so there's still a lot of time left. This game is far from over. Struble dumps it into the zone. Battling down low, Josh Waugh, stolen back by Pulak, who will clear it out of the zone. Islanders with it. Dobson gives it back to Horvat. Bo Horvat into the zone, down the right side, fires it. That one goes up in the air and out of play. Face-off, won by the Islanders. Fired around now behind the net. New York with it down low. Ciziquez, waiting for options, will now throw it behind the net. Fashion gets it in front. Shot saved by Montembeault. Puck's in the crease. A net battle for it. Habs get it back. Chip down the other way. Anderson going in for it. It's covered by Sorokin. Oh, man. They shot the puck all the way down the other way. Tried to send Anderson on a 1-on-0 breakaway. And as a result, doesn't go through. All right. Face-off coming here again in the Islanders' end. Dvorak versus Ciziquez. Won by Montreal. Savard shoots it, blocked in front. Fasching will pick it up for the Islanders. They'll try and break it the other way, but it's dumped back in. And played now behind the net. Islanders with it. Mike Riley. Looking for options. Gets it up into the zone. Dumped in by Duclair. And we're about halfway through the third period. Canadiens get it back. Gallagher plays it through. For Dvorak into the zone. Battling for the puck. Behind the net now. Picked up again by D'Angelo. Intercepted by Montreal. Struble trying to get it down low. D'Angelo gets it back. And it'll go out of the zone. Good play here by the Islanders. Back into the Montreal zone. Cole Caulfield through center ice. Over to Hudson. Lane Hudson down the other way. Thrown in front. He'll get it right back. Down low to Caulfield. Shoots it. Saved by Sorokin. Puck will slide back up to the point. Hudson over. Struble a shot. Deflected in front. Caulfield! And that one goes up to the point. He'll keep it in. Down low. Slavkovsky behind the net. Thrown back in front. Suzuki now back over to Hudson. Kept in by Montreal. Struble a shot. Deflected in front. Sorokin the save. 9:39. Dobson chips it out of the zone. 33-18 are the shots on goal for this one. $9:25 to go here. Here come the Habs the other way. And that one is deflected and denied. And the faceoff will go back into the Islanders' zone. And the Habs are within one. 9:17 left in the third. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Please do consider sticking around for the end. We got about 9 minutes to go here. It's been an electric one here in New York. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this commentary. Need some line A magic. You called it earlier. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can get a line A 1T. Uh-oh, Frank the Tank going off about the Devils. Okay. Habs are within 1. Habs top line out there. Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky versus Pajot. And face-off won by the Islanders. They'll get it out of the zone. Habs will regroup in their own end. Struble will fire that one around. Islanders get it right back and dump it in. If the Habs are going to be able to score here, they need to get offensive time. They need to set up in the zone and get a bunch of shots off. Struble. Dump down the other way. Down low now, battling for it. D'Angelo takes it behind the net and clears it all the way down the other way. Picked up, though, by the Canadiens. And chipped down and into the zone. Suzuki trying to get there before Riley. It's tipped out. And they'll have to come back. Hudson. Hudson in the Montreal zone. They'll get a line change off. Lane will go behind his own net. Matheson. Down the right side. A pass to Newhook. Shoots it just wide off the post. Oh, good Lord. Here's Fashing the other way. Fashing sends it into the zone for Gatcombe. Engvall with it now, down low. Pierre Engvall throws it in front. It's tipped, thankfully, and goes out of the zone. Otherwise, Cizikas would have had a wide open opportunity. Matheson sends a pass up then for Joshua Waugh. Already has a goal in this game. Dobson battling with line A down low. Picked through by Cizikas. Puck slides up. Newhook fires it out of the Islanders' zone. Okay. And 7:30 left here in the third. Carrier will come behind his own net. He'll look for the puck and look for options. Xhekaj. The pass up to Evans. Cleared out of the zone by New York. Stolen back into the zone. Heineman. Down low. McLean. Poke checked up. Xhekaj to Savard. Over a shot. And it deflects up in the air. A high stick. And that play will get stopped. Still trying to beat Sorokin here for the third goal to tie it. All right. Face off again in the Islanders zone. Won by the Habs. Hudson to Matheson. Fires it. Blocked in front. It deflects up and out of the zone. Matheson will get it right back. Over for Caulfield. Caulfield dumps it down low. Slavkovsky tries chipping it around. Islanders get it right back. It'll come out of the zone. Islanders trying to get it in the Montreal end. It's Duclair battling alongside Matheson down low. Puck is still in the corner. Habs will break it out. Slavkovsky to Caulfield. Stolen back by New York and dumped in. The Habs cannot seem to set up in the zone and get legitimate shots on. We'll see if they'll be able to pull the goalie here. A race down the other way. Anderson trying to go for it. It's too far away for him to get it. And it's picked up and dumped down the other way by Pulock. And Pajot tries getting it. It's tipped through back in then for Gatcombe. Duclair now behind the net. Poke checks it behind. Pajot backhands it down low. Gallagher tries backhanding it out. Lee, a pass over in front. It's deflected by the Habs, but picked up again by the Islanders. Pajot intercepted. Here's Brendan Gallagher. Gallagher, 1-0. He's in. He scores! Brendan Gallagher! Tie game in Montreal! Good Lord! Brendan Gallagher! What a goal! Oh, Mike Riley. He tripped on the 1-0. Oh, my goodness. I apologize. I said on the broadcast that it's a tie game in Montreal. I meant New York. Tie game for Montreal. But we're tied at 3-3. Oh, my goodness. What a play. Brendan Gallagher, and we have a tie game here, folks. And this game just suddenly turned into a thrilling finish coming. Okay. Let's see what's coming up in store now. Face-off won by the Islanders. They blow a 3-1 lead. Still some time here. 5:30 left in the third period. Again, if this game does go to overtime, the Caps will clinch a playoff spot. Do want to keep that in mind. There's no quit in Montreal, that's for damn sure. 5:38 remaining here in the third period. Or sorry, 5:29 remaining here in the third period. Patrick Waugh looks upset. Rightfully so, I don't blame him. His team just blew a 3-1 lead. Face-off won by Montreal. Up in their own zone. Hudson fires it, deflected, and it goes down low. Trying to clear it down the other way is Pelech. He'll do so successfully. Montreal gets it right back. Caulfield into the zone. Broken up then by the Canadiens. Suzuki will drive it back. Over to Lane Hudson. Tie game at 3. Final 5 minutes here in the third period. And we got an icing against the Canadiens. Face-off won by the Islanders. Up at the point. Shoots it. And that one's out of play. Well, we didn't get Laine magic. We got Brendan Gallagher magic, though. On a 1-0 breakaway. Ties the game. What a great story he's had these last couple of days.
Here's Timmins, 18 seconds, steps in, fires.
Oh my God. I didn't mean for that to play. I apologize. It's on Twitter. Whoops. All right. Got less than 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in here late for this finish. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible what's happening, but these last couple of games has been It's kind of emotional to see, honestly. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. He's all heart. Look, he can be a prick when it comes to playing, but he is a pretty good dude. Okay. All right, last 5 minutes here of the third period. Very pivotal face-off coming in the Canadian zone. Cizikas versus Evans. And it's won by the Islanders. Pierre Engvall down low. 4:40 left in the third. Evans battling for it. Engvall now in the corner. Skates it around. A shot from the point. Save in front by Montembault. And the Canadiens will get it out. And it'll give the Montreal some time to go and regroup in their own end. 4:25 left in the third period. Sorokin has been pretty good tonight. Offside against Montreal. Just absolute cinema. I gotta be honest. Absolute cinema from what we've seen so far. Face off. Won by the Canadiens. Brendan Gallagher into the zone. Shoots it. Blocked and saved by Sorokin. Okay. Face-off won by New York. Played around and cleared out of the zone by Pulock. It's deflected back. And Dobson takes it back into the zone to regroup. Montreal is first in the NHL with third period comeback wins. So that's a big advantage there the Canadiens have. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher passes it up to Dvorak into the zone. Christian Dvorak knocked off by Horvat, who plays it back. Tony DeAngelo plays it up and up through and to Holmstrom, who throws it down low. Horvat up to the point. DeAngelo pass over to Lee, and that one goes behind the net. Anders Lee shoots it, blocked in front there. Picked up now in the corner. Lee gets it back. Throws it up to the point. Back to DeAngelo, who comes down low. Shot in front. Saved by Montembault. Puck's in the crease. And the Habs will clear the other way. 3:10 left in the third. Icing against the Canadiens. Shots are 37-20. I don't know, folks. There's still time, so I'm not ruling it out that there's a goal in regulation. All right, face off in the Montreal zone. Dvorak wins the draw. Jack Guy clears it all the way down the other. Isles keep it in. Ooh. Habs get it back. Jack Guy, 3 minutes left in the third. Time is really winding down now. He'll hold behind his own net. Again, a very pivotal 4 points at hand here tonight. Newhook dumps it into the zone. Yes, this is a 4-point game. Cleared down and into the Canadiens' end. That'll be an icing against New York with 2:42 left to go. Oh boy. Pajot versus Suzuki. Suzuki wins it. Hudson keeps it in, shoots it, blocked. Picked up now by Caulfield, who throws it behind the net. Nick Suzuki Takes it up to the point. Struble, shot saved by Sorokin. Played back by the Isles, kept him by the Habs. Down low, Caulfield to drive, it goes behind the net. Habs get there first. Slavkovsky down low. Played back by New York, they'll backhand it all the way out of the zone. And down the other way, Lane Hudson picks it up. Tied up by Anders Lee. Played back then for Zizekas. Habs get it back, they'll clear it out of their own end. Just a lot of back and forth action, not a ton of shots. D'Angelo throws it in front, nobody's there. Zizekas takes it behind the net. To the point. A shot blocked in front by Slavkovsky from Pelech. Pelech a drive, save by Montembault. Here come the Habs. A pass the other way for Caulfield. It's too far ahead, but it'll beat the icing. Shot saved by Sorokin. And Isles race it the other way. Minute 30 now remaining in the game. Matheson. Pass back for Struble. Deflected back into the New York zone. And Dobson will wait. Shots are 40-20 apiece. A minute 20, battling down low in the zone. Xhekaj over to Matheson. Matheson will clear that all the way down the other way. It's not good enough for an icing. Pulock over to Holmstrom. Down the other way into the zone. Horvat, saved by Monty. Palmieri. Back behind the net. Final minute of play here in the third period. Horvat in front. And it's deflected away. Matheson tries getting it out. It's kept in though by New York. A shot from the point. And a save there. Another rebound. Another save. And cleared out by the Habs. Huge clear. 40 seconds. Habs pick it up. Here they come the other way. To the front to Newhook. And Armia's blocked. 30 seconds left in the third period. Hudson. Going down low to play it. Loses the puck. Back forward around now is the Islanders. And cleared the other way by Pelech. 20 seconds left. And icing against New York with 18.7 seconds to go. Oh, good Lord. This is absolutely pivotal. Huge. If this does go to overtime, that might be the better move for the Canadiens because not only... Actually, it depends. Depends on how you look at it. Face-off won by the Isles. They'll clear it all the way down the other way. And that'll be an icing again. If the Habs do force overtime and they lose in overtime, they will be 2 points ahead of the Islanders instead of 3. But regardless, you're going to OT. I'm pretty sure. I have to look at the math, but I'm pretty sure they'll be 2 points ahead now. Suzuki versus Pajot. With very little time left, puck deflects the other way. 5 seconds left. Hudson will skate it back, and folks, we are going to overtime. For the first time in a hot minute, a Watch with Nordic stream is going to overtime. And it could not be a more important game. I guess it could be, but... For the first time since the Jets versus Sharks stream in late February, we got an overtime game here in a Watch with Nordic stream. Islanders and Canadiens tied at 3. Goals from Holmstrom, Horvat, and Duclair on the Islanders. And then Laine, Waugh, and Gallagher for the Canadiens. A huge up-and-coming overtime frame here. We'll go to commercial real quick for a little bit. Oh no, we won't. Never mind. I thought we were going to commercial. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know when TSN does their commercials because I don't watch them that much. But oh man. Overtime and Habs versus Islanders, showing off Sam Montembault, who's made some very pivotal saves, especially lately. And with that being said, the Capitals clinch a playoff spot with the game going to overtime, so you know what's coming in the next couple of days from me. We'll have a video on the Washington Capitals, and then probably a video on the Chicago Blackhawks too, since they will be eliminated from the playoffs as well. So, some good stuff coming here in the YouTube channel and the other forms of content as well. We'll have 3 fan-made tier lists tomorrow. So, I'm looking forward to that. All right. Sorokin and Montembeault go back to their nets. Let's get prepped and ready to go for this overtime. Hudson, Suzuki, and I think Caulfield is what I heard, will go out for the Habs. Or I apologize, Christian Dvorak. I think he's in there for the face-off. And then Horvat, Dobson, and I'm not sure who the other player is going in for the Islanders. Overtime underway, won by New York. They'll come play it back in their own zone. Dobson with the puck. Horvat now the other way through the zone. D'Angelo takes it in, up to the point. Dobson to Horvat at the slot. Circling around, Dobson throws it at the Horvat. It's tipped by Suzuki and into the corner. Down low, Montreal takes it behind the net. Suzuki will hold the puck and wait. He'll look for options. He'll skate it through center ice. Suzuki into the Islanders zone. Through Holmstrom's legs. He'll end up getting diverted into the corner and just dumping it all the way back down the other way instead. About a minute passed through this overtime. Caulfield. Back to Hudson. Lane Hudson. Backhands it around. Into the zone. Newhook shoots it. Saved by Sorokin. Islanders try curling Palmieri to Holmstrom. And New York will direct it back. Pelech gives it to Palmieri. Islanders have control again. Palmieri drops it back to Pajot. Down the right side into the Habs zone. Pajot slides it over. Palmieri to Pulock. To Pajot, circling around. Pajot moves in. Skates it back around. In, a shot, and a save again. About 2 minutes past an OT. Pulock sends it up to the point to Dobson. Dobson to Horvat. Horvat's in, deflected and out of play. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in during this overtime period. If you are new, I would appreciate you guys subscribing. So we're going to whistle here and a face-off in the Montreal zone. All right, face-off won by the Islanders. Noah Dobson at the point. 3 minutes left in OT. He'll end up just skating it back and out of the zone. And looking for more options. Bo Horvat in the New York zone. Will circle it back around. Drops a pass over then for Dobson through the zone. Here come the Isles. D'Angelo, a slap shot saved by Monty. He'll cover that one. Huge stop. And we just got to see if Montreal will be able to get control of the puck and race it down the other way. Lee versus Dvorak. And a face-off coming in the Montreal zone. Won by the Habs. Rushing the other way. Here they come. Suzuki just diverts back anyways. Huh. I thought he was going in. Halfway through the overtime. A pass up to Caulfield. He can't complete it. Down low in the corner. He's got Lee right alongside him. Caulfield to the front. And it goes up in the corner. Islanders pick it up. Holmstrom the other way. Simon Holmstrom circles back around. Waits for options. Pass over then for Lee, who takes it out of the zone. Back over to Pulock. Brings it back in. Drops it back for Pajot. Pajot will keep it in the zone at the point. Looks for options. Waits. Feeds it over. Oh, Pulock lost the puck. Gets it back down low, however. Slides it back up to the point. Pajot drops it back to Palmieri. Palmieri fires it. And that one goes into the corner. Minute 43 left in OT. Hudson in the Montreal end. A minute 37. Shots are 41-24, by the way. Hudson down the other way. Lane Hudson, he's in. And he couldn't get a shot off. Islanders get it back. 2-on-1 the other way. Horvat into the zone. Horvat shoots and he scores! Bo Horvat! And the Islanders win in OT! A huge 2 points for New York. And they get the win tonight. Absolutely huge for the New York Islanders. And they're 2 points back of Montreal. They ain't dead yet, folks. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I could see it right after Hudson fumbled, lost the puck. And then they came down the other way. That was pretty clear that was going to go in. 2-on-1 the other way, that's going in. But Bo Horvat with 2 goals tonight. That's your first star of the game. Second star of the game, I'm giving it to Ilya Sorokin, who had a really good game, even though he kind of blew a lead there a little bit. Then third star, why not? Give it to Brendan Gallagher. Gallagher had a good game, I thought. So Islanders get a huge win, huge 2 points. Final score, 4-3 New York in overtime. A very pivotal 2 points for the New York Islanders. And that's it for me tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. That is it for this one. We'll be back on Monday with another Watch With Nordic stream. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next stream.